Alright guys, moving on to our next Patreon request, and this one comes from a new Patreon supporter by the name of Samurai Girl. And Samurai Girl asked me to talk about Biker Mice from Mars. Nothing in particular, just kind of talk about like the franchise as a whole and kind of like the reboot and all that. I'm going to try my best on that. But as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below. Hit the third tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, let's get started with the video. So I'm going to come clean real fast. I have never watched Biker Mice from Mars. I have at no point watched anything with Biker Mice from Mars. I haven't watched the show. I haven't read the new comics. I haven't gone with any of the franchise. Reason being is because, well, for some reason or another, it just never appealed to me. And it was never something that I really was interested in. It was never something I was fully like invested in. It was just basically the same thing I had with Street Sharks, Ninja Turtles, and Road Rovers and Extreme Dinosaurs. It was just anthropomorphized heroes with a gimmick. It's in the title, Biker Mice from Mars. And I'm not saying like if you like the show, because I do know a lot of my subscribers here and over on Patreon really do enjoy the series and asked me to talk about it before, but I've never really had a connection with it. It's just never appealed to me. And I know like I could watch the show on YouTube. Like there are free episodes I can go and watch on YouTube at any point. And I've watched episodes and I'm just like, oh, it's all right. Like it's nothing too major for me. And I'm not trying to shit on the show. It's just like, it's one of those, it's just not for me. I don't know why it is. Because it comes from that era of cartoons that I really like resonate with. Like it's all those other things like Mummies Alive, Extreme Dinosaurs, Ninja Turtles, Road Rover, Street Sharks. I guess like me personally, my thing was, maybe it's because, and I think the reason is because it was just, I had it already. Like, that was the thing. Like, I had it with other shows. Yeah. Maybe that was the case. Was that, I think that's deep down what it is. But, yeah. But here's the thing. That might change. Like, that might legit change in the near future. Because we're going to talk about the reboot real quick. Now, yes, there is a new comic book series of part of a new that is meant to be like a shared universe for Narcel Toys, or however you pronounce it. Biker Mice from Mars and all their other IP from the toy lines are all in the same universe, and that comic series has been going for a while. I think it started like a few issues, like a few months ago, if I'm being honest. But we do know, this is confirmed, that we are getting a legit reboot for the series. Like, we're getting a legit revival of Biker Mice from Mars. Now, we don't know where it's going to be on streaming, whether it be on Amazon, Netflix, or some other channel. What we do know is that this is coming, and this is coming at some point, either this year or the next. It's confirmed. And that honestly gives me a little more hope for this series, because you know what other thing that keeps getting announced and says like, oh, it's coming out this year? No, it's coming out next year. No, it's coming out the year after. And I'm very tired of being jerked around of. The SWAT Kats revival. So this show, this Biker Mice from Mars show, has way more validity of coming out than the whatever the hell the SWAT Kats revival is. So I can give them that. Like I can give like a solid fuck about this new Biker Mice from Mars reboot. And hey, maybe it'll get me interested enough to watch the old 90s cartoon. Yeah, that's my thing, is that, like, there's legit something, there's something there. Like, there's something there that I could be like, alright, we have a reboot coming. I wonder what it will be about. And it actually has, like, a creative team behind it and things like that. And actually, looking for networks to produce for it? Wow! Amazing. Yeah. And, again, the series, the series now has a new it's got a comic book that's part of a bigger universe. There's progress. That's what I'm getting at, is that there's legit progress for all of this. and that's what makes me so bitter about like the whole SWAT Cats reboot and all that. It was like that's not happening. That's still. I've gotten two things out of this whole thing, Jack and shit. So, what do you want me to say, right? Anyway, so while I'm not the biggest SWAT Cats fan, I mean, I kept saying SWAT Cats. While I'm not the biggest Biker Mice from Mars fan, maybe this new reboot will change my tune in the near future. It could, that could easily be the case. And I know this video isn't long, but I'm not a big Biker Mice from Mars guy, but Samurai Girl did send me this Patreon request, so I wanted to honor that the best I could. So, thank you, Samurai Girl, for this Patreon request and continued patronage. And you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this reboot of Biker Mice from Mars? And if there's any other serious Biker Mice from Mars fans, let me know in the comments below why I should watch the show. Give me an option to be all right, here's why you should watch the show. But other than that, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.